Welcome to another episode of the Bastard Sermon. This is one of your three hosts, Cody Hucker.
Patrick Seda.
And Luke Young.
And today, it's just us, because Pat goofed.
Yeah, I fucked up. Wow, Cody. Just call me out.
Immediately sell Pat up the river. Tell them all what actually happened, Pat.
Well, I was so stressed out with moving into my new home and everything that I just kind of stopped caring about what the fuck is going on, and I just misbooked our guest that's going to be coming on later.
Yeah, so we had Will Feiner set to come on and shit, and then we were all like, yay, new studio, and then like almost got everything all set up.
It's like 6 o'clock.
Yeah, so who's hitting up Will? And Pat's like, Will? Oh, Will's on. That's our guest, huh? Cool. And I was like, no, Pat, you booked this guest. You have to know this information. I thought it was someone else
the whole fucking time. I felt like a fucking idiot.
And then he got into his messages because the way, this is pretty inside baseball, but the way that we book shit is in our group chat for our listeners, they send the message to our group chat and then we put it in a calendar. So Pat had to have already fucked it up right from the gate because he told us this was the date that he's coming on. We were like, cool, fantastic.
And then Will sends me a screenshot of Patrick confirming the 28th.
Yeah, the next week. The next week, people in podcast land, because this is recorded 5 days before it gets put out. And we were like, Pat's been fucking this up right from the get-go.
Someone hacked my account and fucked up that whole thing, dude.
I
would never do something like that. Ever. I'm a perfect, sweet little angel.
Well, if there's a phantom hacker out there booking shows for us, just come on out and talk to us. Like, that'd be great.
Yeah, come on out. Let's talk to a scammer.
We'll fucking set something up with our business.
Yeah, dude.
But yeah, I fucked up. So now it's just us, and we're going to have a short episode, but we're going to have a fun time. Let's talk about it. So we got a new fucking studio.
Yeah. I wanted to jump right into that. I'm okay with not having a guest. I think it makes more sense. I hate to break your balls right out the gate. I don't. I love it. But
it was whatever. It was funny.
I thoroughly enjoy busting Pat's nuts. But I think that it's better this way because it's fucking brand new studio in your beautiful home.
Thanks,
This
dude.
is awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Break this fucking house down for our listeners, my guy.
So I just fucking bought a house. And I just spent the most exhausting 3 days of my life fucking packing everything and putting it in here. I might be a hoarder. All right? Let's just say it right now.
His fascination with hoarders
I've become one.
True identity.
I've become one. But I had a 20-foot U-Haul, and I had to go 2 full trips to get all this shit here. And it just blows my mind. I didn't think I had that much in my apartment. But, yeah, we got a whole room to ourselves here.
You had to do 2 trips with the biggest U-Haul that they offer. Did you get the biggest one?
Yeah, it was the second biggest, actually.
You got the second biggest U-Haul and still had to make 2 trips?
Still had to make 2 trips.
That's a lot of shit, my guy.
Oh, my God, I know. It doesn't even appear like it's that much. I don't even know how it happened. It's ridiculous.
Tell them what you did with your bed.
Oh, my God, I did something so fucking... Talk about fuck-ups. I've been nothing but a fuck-up the past, 2-3 weeks with all this shit. So I ordered a king-size bed recently, and the way that they get delivered to you is that they're in a box rolled up. That way they can actually make it easy for you to transport in other rooms. And right before I got the bed, young Rachel and I had a discussion to not open it up downstairs because it will be almost impossible to get it upstairs into our bedroom.
Now wait, was this conversation just Rachel? Like, Pat, you're an idiot. Don't open this box. And you're like, all right, Rachel. Yep. What are you gonna do when we get there with the mattress, Patrick? What are we gonna do? We aren't gonna open the mattress because it won't fit, George. She was like, yep, good job, Pat. And she fed you a treat because you said it back to her, right? And that's how you get your...
Then he opened it.
As soon as he got here.
I was sitting here by myself, just packing shit away, and the fucking mattress is outside, and I'm eager as hell, and I'm like, I just want to get the fuck home. I haven't had a fucking break in so long. And I just pulled this fucker inside, and I immediately cut it open because I want to check it out. I want to see what it is. And realizing that
what did Rachel tell me to do? Cut the mattress open right here.
Cut to Rachel blows his head out with the back of the head with a gun.
Puts him right down immediately on the mattress, rolls him back up.
I admit, I fucked up, guys. I fucked up big. All right, so I took a picture of it to show Rachel, like, hey, look, the mattress is here. And she's like, oh, no. And I was like, what? And she's like, I'm not fucking helping you bring that fucker upstairs. You're an idiot. And I was like, oh, my God, what did I do? So I just laid in the bed for 45 minutes in pure defeat as I sat there and just try to figure out like how the fuck am I gonna get this upstairs. I tried to bring it upstairs twice on my own by myself. This thing's like almost 200-300 pounds. It is ridiculously heavy and gigantic and floppy.
So like you said it was
talking about your dong or the mattress,
the
Patrick?
mattress, bro.
You said it was rolled up and in like a box or something.
Yeah, it was in a box. So I took it out of the box.
So when you take it out of the box, now I've seen this thing. This thing is fucking massive, and like you said, it weighed a bunch, and I've seen what it looks like. That must have been hard as shit to get it up the stairs and then 90-degree angle snap it from the hallway to your room. So like,
you know how many dog girlfriends?
Shut the fuck up and let me finish my goddamn story, Cody. So anyways, when you took it out of the box, how did it like? Did it just click clap, just fold out into position?
It just unrolled itself.
Inflated?
Yeah, so it's like packaged in a way where it's like sealed and it just stays in a certain shape, and then when you cut off the plastic, it just unfolds.
Instabed?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's incredible.
Where did you get this fucking thing from? Did you get it from one of those cool websites? Don't shout their website out.
It was from the internet.
We need money first.
It was from the internet.
How much is can I ask you how much your mattress costs?
Like $600 or
$600? I could do it. I need a new mattress. There's a crater that I have in my bed. Allie likes sleeping in the crater part because it is the most comfortable. But I want a bed with no crater, dude. No fucking crater.
Get a waterbed.
And you don't need a box spring?
You do not want to get this
waterbed,
stud-wearing piece of shit a waterbed. You're going to sit down and one of his fucking chain wallets is going to ruin his whole night.
Yeah, exactly. One of my D-rings is just going to poke a hole through it. And my alcoholic ass is going to wake up as I'm passed out face first in the fucking waterbed.
And it's also pissed because he's been sleeping in it. He just got comfortable. He's just fucking pissed too.
No, I woke up thinking that I pissed the bed the other day.
I'm sure you did.
Did you really?
The
It was
3-year-old
just hot sweat.
No. Can you imagine? My kidneys would be failing. I would be the color yellow right now, Luke. It's not that bad, all right? But no, I woke up and the 3-year-old fucking kicks the door in like, Mommy, Daddy, Mommy, I gotta pee. And I was like, because that's how I wake up. I don't feel good in the morning. I was like,
nightmare.
Just wake up screaming, I'm alive again, fuck. And then I get up and then I'm like, why am I fucking wet? And I was like, oh, I pissed the bed and I thought I pissed the bed. But what had happened was I fell asleep with a bottle in my bed and a bottle of wine.
This
and
dude is a fucking mess.
It was a bottle of wine.
Well, the first
so it was
time.
like a red stain all over your fucking bed. And you're
No.
like, no, it's not blood, it's wine.
It was a Riesling.
Sorry, little child that just saw this.
Can you imagine?
Wine.
Can you imagine? How old is Ari?
3.
Shit,
Can you
that's
imagine
traumatizing.
as a 3-year-old needing to go to the bathroom? You go into this room. Strange man Cody is waking up. And he's covered in like red shit, and it's like you don't know what's going on.
It was a white wine, and well, the first time this happened to me, the other time it was Guinness, and I made it all the way to the morning, and I was like, God damn it! But every time I think that I pissed to bed, and it's not piss, it's just alcohol.
Someday it will be.
You being an alcoholic.
I just black out with bottles in my hand
How
all
upset?
the time.
How upset was Allie?
She's just thinks that I'm a fucking idiot, and she's right.
That's true.
But
She's
she sleeps in
upset.
the crater, so all that fluid would just.
You made a lake for her.
Yeah.
Then if she's sleeping in the fucking
No,
crater.
I'm fat enough to where it all if I
Absorbed
drop
into
it.
your fucking skin because you're a fucking sponge for alcohol.
No, I was asleep and I could smell it.
Call it
I
out.
Start suckling upon my shirt and covers to get. Welp, I mean, I'm not gonna waste it. That's not. That's not what I do. So I
You hear
sucked
this
it.
monster.
It was clean. That's how you make sure that it's clean. You get a couple dead skin cells in there, but it's gross. but
Barf everywhere.
You keep your buzz going. It's important, guys.
You just
Fuck
keep
was I
drinking.
gonna say? Your mattress made me want to get a new mattress.
You should
when
totally
I
get
saw
one,
that
dude.
shit. Because the size of this fucking thing is like I guess I've just never seen a king before. Because I
have a
don't know. But Luke could fit him and a countless number of dog girlfriends into this bed. I just don't even know how many dog girlfriends, but a whole
pack.
You could get the entire pound's worth of dog girlfriends or dog boyfriends. I'm not judging how you live your life, Luke.
Enough dogs stacked on top of each other that would equivalent to 16 me's because when you first saw it, you said you could fit 17 Lukes on that bed.
If they stacked you like firewood, they could, but I don't. It would be uncomfortable.
So
Like a
seeing
pyre?
that, you knew that my defeat was just so much worse, knowing that I opened it downstairs.
Bro,
Yeah.
I would just love to be able to just like swim around in bed, like toss and turn in any direction, and then don't get
Like, if you
bitched at
spill off
for
on
being
one side,
halfway. Because
go
I
the
have
other.
a full size bed, and then I'm always getting bitched at because I'm not in the center, and instead
The crater.
because I move a lot because there was a crater that kept me in place from rolling and falling out of bed and pissing myself, and now I don't have the crater. I got to create a new crater with my fat fucking giant
You're making a
goddamn
canyon
body.
in your bed.
Wait, she's getting mad that you're not in the center?
No, she's mad if you cross the center line, right? If you're not.
Oh, okay. There's a
Because
board.
cuddling
There's a-
only
there's a
happens for
center line?
5 minutes, and then you're both like, I'm hot and uncomfortable. Let's
Yeah.
not cuddle now.
Yeah.
Try to fucking roll and get comfortable on your own side. And then I have a tendency to move in the night. So
Do you cuddle at night?
sometimes, but
I
it
don't
just-
ever cuddle.
That's sometimes.
We never cuddle.
I mean, I enjoy a good
You just go to
cuddle,
bed,
but
dude. I'm in bed to go
then
to
I
sleep.
go to sleep, and it's like my arm that's under her is fucking my arm's asleep, and I'm like fucking,
bright red from all the blood that's just fucking
You gotta
stuck
know
up
I'm
there.
where
sweating,
the
and she's
angles-
sweating, and she's
Pissing
the only one with the
yourself.
band. Yeah, falling asleep with a bottle of Guinness. Now she's
Red
mad.
wine.
You can't cuddle with a bottle of Riesling in between you.
Oh my god.
It's
You're a
difficult.
fucking
An
mess.
animal, dude.
What were you
How am
gonna
I
say?
supposed
wild
to cuddle
animal.
her and drink this fucking bottle at the same time?
Yeah.
That's
Man, it's
not
hot.
doable.
You can't drink a Four Loco in bed with your
Four
girlfriend all
Loko.
trying to love you and
You're just
stuff.
falling off of the fucking honor charts right
I
now.
don't drink Four Locos, but I will drink a Twisted
That's some
Tea.
trash, dude.
I will. Oh, okay, that makes up for it a little
I
bit.
drink some
guess.
Twisted Teas and fucking.
Those are
what's
good
that-
though.
What's that dirty, awful, terrible fucking drink? It's like Mike's Hard Lemonade, but like 8% alcohol.
Are you talking about margaritas? 'Cause
Not your
No.
father's.
Those are fucking awful.
No, it's like Mike's Harder cider or some shit.
Mike's harder.
What
so
is
you're
it?
right- So let me
The
let me
apple
ask
one?
you this: you're sitting at the fucking gas station, you're looking at all the alcohol, and you go for the Mike's harder rather than your normal
8%. And I'm at
diesel?
UDF, and it doesn't. No, so the problem is that UDF doesn't sell any of the good fucking beer, and I don't want beer usually until late, like close to closing time is when I want beer. Like I'm not as bad of a.
He's a fucking. He's,
He's
a
an
heavy
alcoholic.
liquor kind of guy. He's not gonna settle for beer.
He'll
No,
go
I
for the
drink
Four
beer
Loco, all
usually.
reliable.
I can't drink liquor; I get too wild. But so
Do you not drink liquor anymore?
no, I drink liquor.
Check this
all the
out,
time.
Patrick. Check this out. Okay, so last week after the episode, I go chill with Cody. Right? He's like, "Hey, you want a drink or something?" I'm like, "No, I'm cool. Hey, I got my own because I saw him got food."
Jägermeister.
And he's like, "All right," and he's gonna get himself a drink. He fucking pops that. I don't know, what is it, a mini fridge or something?
Yeah.
yeah, mini fridge, and he has a
It's like a
whole
mini bar.
ass bottle. A whole ass bottle. I don't know what
Of
it
Grey
was.
Goose.
But he just fucking cracks the bottle open, and like that's his drink. Like this whole entire bottle is my beverage now. Like not a little bit. This whole thing now.
This isn't a bottle of liquor. Don't lie to the fans. All right, it's a bottle of wine. I got a shitty bottle of Arbor Mist because it's like Kool-Aid wine. It's so
It is good.
yummy. I love Arbor Mist.
Does that even get you fucked up though?
It's 6% alcohol. So I did the math on it. It's basically 25 ounces is essentially the bottle that I'm buying, and it's 6%. So I drank 2 6% beers. Luke, you exaggerated the shit out of that. All right, buddy.
It was a whole ass bottle.
It was a whole bottle that was
I don't
25
know if
ounces.
I should believe the alcoholic or if I should believe the person that was there
All
to
right, look.
witness your savagery.
Hold on. How many
I've seen it before too, Cody.
ounces?
No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, no one is asking you
750.
this question.
We all
no one
understand
gives a
you
fuck
have an
about
issue.
your Google search. You just need fucking-
25 motherfucking ounces, boys. What's that say, Luke? Suck a dick is what it says. And then
That's
look.
a lot of ounces, bro.
Now,
It says suck a dick.
25. There's 12 ounces in each can of beer. Okay, so that's approximately 2 cans and a sip of beer. And then Arbor Mist ABV or alcohol by volume is.
He's trying to prove a point. The dude falls asleep
That
with wine
he's
in
a
his
fucking
bed.
savage is what he's trying to prove.
6%. 6. That's
Was it
not,
the Arbor Mist pineapple strawberry and pink Moscato?
That
No.
was so
I'm
oddly
going-
specific,
so-
Patrick.
Yeah.
No, but I'm going to Ameristop after this, and I'm going to acquire me several of those.
That does sound kind of good though.
No, I can't get drunk again tonight. Allie yells at me.
She yells
Thank
at
you, Allie.
Thank you.
No,
Put this
I
animal in
like
his
getting
place.
drunk. It's fun for me, but I don't remember the night so good. But what is there I'm doing at night? Watching
Crying
TV.
yourself to sleep? Oh, what? What did you say?
No, the alcohol prevents the emotions from happening. That creep up at night.
Welcome to our TED Talk. This is where we start talking about depression.
Yeah, no, I'm not depressed. I'm very happy with my alcohol.
Shut the fuck up. So, like, anyways.
He just likes the party.
This is a choice.
Last week, like, I think it was the
I'm not
day
drinking
after.
today.
The day after the podcast, I go to sleep, right? I wake up, and then the first thing I do is let my dog out. And he goes out, and he, like, stares at something while he's pissing. And I don't know what he's staring at. And then he stops, and he makes a beeline. I look over to my right where he's about to go. And there's these 2 baby ducklings just in my backyard.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that shit was fucking wild. It like,
what happened to him?
Okay, so I called, like, not exaggerating, 12 wildlife agencies. 12. You can I can
Should've
show
kept
you
it.
my caller ID. No, absolutely
Why
not.
not?
That's more money I'd have to invest into helping them with shots and whatnot. Then I'd have to
Shots?
get food and shit for these ducks, and then I have to clean up after the ducks. I don't want
What do they
that.
eat?
I don't know, but I don't want them. So all 12 of them fucking either did not answer or they forwarded me to another line that gave me a voicemail.
Did you leave a voicemail?
Luke, you know what I would have done?
So what?
well,
cooked
You
them?
would have chopped their heads
He
off
would've
and
cooked
probably poured
I'm not
alcohol
a
down their gullet
monster.
and drank it.
I'm not a monster. I would force feed them grain until their livers
You
swole up
fucking
nice
hear
and
this
big.
guy.
And then I would get some sweet foie gras out of a couple baby ducks. There wouldn't be baby ducks
Would you
for
really
long.
be real though? Would you really murder some little ducklings?
No, I'm not a monster.
So like my last ditch effort for these guys were to, like, basically get a hold of my vet for my dog, and she said she would get in contact with someone she knew for me.
The
And
euthanasia.
I start
department?
talking to her, and this lady's like, okay, so the best you can do is call this number. And I'm like, okay, I'll call the number. Same fucking thing. They did not answer. And she tries to call, and she says, yeah, they're not answering either.
Well, I guess I'm feeding them to my
So-
dog.
No, she says the best thing you can do is leave the back gate open for the mother to have an opportunity to come collect them. And leave them food and water. I
What are
did
the
not
coyote?
have food, and she was like some grass and carrots or some shit for them to gobble. I was like, I don't have food, nor am I going to go out of my way to buy these things food. Like right
Is
now.
that what you said?
And-
Swear to God.
No
So,
way
like,
am I doing that.
I left them food or water out, and then I left the back gate open, and, like, all night they just fucked around in the backyard, like,
Just
having
played
fun.
and shit.
Den watched them out the window, and then the next morning they were fucking gone. So
The neighborhood cat'll get
no
them.
idea.
Yeah, they're
it's
dead.
very
Those
probable.
things are fucking
Coyotes.
Well, right
dead.
around the corner from my house, and like a 5-minute walk, is the river by the Miami University Hamilton.
Maybe they just
So-
went there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, or they
Or a
got run
coyote
over by a
fucking capped
car
them.
and they're dead. They're for sure
Either
dead.
way, not my problem.
They got ran over by
You
a car.
did so much
probably.
work. I would have not done any of this. I'd have been like, oh, I guess
So much work. I opened a gate and put out a bowl of water.
I would have never done that for those stupid ducks. Fuck them.
You would have just left them to starve in your backyard until they were dead.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
I sure would have.
That's miserable.
I don't give a fuck about the ducks.
I
He'd
mean, I
probably
don't
tie him
either,
down
but-
to a fucking railroad or something.
You
I
ever
just
get
didn't
honked
wa-
at by a duck? Ducks are cunts. Fuck ducks. They're honk. Fuck you. I don't want to hang out with you either.
They were pretty wild to look at there. Like, one was bright yellow and the other one was all black.
Did you bring him in your house?
No, fuck no. Like, so, like, my basement has these windows up to the tops of the walls. And
Yeah,
so there's, like,
with a little
divots in
drainage.
the grounds, and
Yeah.
that's where they were, like, hanging out.
Yeah, Luke, did you invite bird flu into your home? Did
Absolutely
you do that
not.
fun shit?
Not even a little bit, no.
I knew some people that had fucking goats in their house at one point.
Yeah?
I have all the friends with all the animals inside the house, and the goats inside the house.
Yeah, we heard a
was
lot about it.
Fucking issue.
The goats, though? Goats are fucking wild.
Luke's trying so hard to curveball this. Luke's like, please, Cody, please, just turn it.
Hey, I'm not the one who fucking burnt that bridge, bud.
Burn that bridge.
Should we talk about it?
He's
No, we don't have to.
so.
Let's
We're
talk
airing
about
out
it.
the fucking laundry, I guess.
Well, he never gave me a phone call, so until you do, we're gonna keep playing telephone. And he said that he quit listening. We should set this up, okay? So if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. Luke's
When
sitting
Cody
back.
talks about it, he's gonna talk about it, right?
Yeah,
Go
Luke,
for it.
can you talk about it with me?
Okay,
you
so
scared?
2 episodes ago, Cody got super involved in telling a story that it was relatable. It was to the subject matter, but he started to tell too much information about some friends of ours'
He doxed
living
them.
situation. You basically doxed him.
I'm not
doxed
gonna.
him.
I didn't dox
You
anybody.
doxed him, dude. You totally doxed him.
I put their address out for strangers
Yes.
to have. I never did this. Don't
Basically.
fucking accuse
Yes.
me of this. This is illegal. Don't.
No, you did
tell
it
me
though.
that I did
Come
that.
get him. I know exactly where he lives. You need to
I
get in
know where he
contact
lives.
with me.
Cody's address is
You know what I mean?
33
Yes.
77.
See, he's telling you.
Thrix 4.
Fucking. So, anyways, after the episode aired and it came
Rand
out,
Barnacle, number 66 at the last
check that
10
shit
minutes.
out. It was a fantastic episode.
Yeah.
But a week after it came out, I got a message from him saying that he listened and he's very upset with Cody and they're no longer friends.
But he didn't tell me that.
Good
we're no
job,
longer
Cody,
friends.
you fucking asshole.
I've known him for 13 years, and he can't handle a joke about the pig
You're
that lives in
13
his
years
house.
down the drain is more like it.
Oh, I threw it down the drain. That was me. That was like, I will
That
no
was you
longer.
that doxed him.
I was still friends with you after you had the ridiculous pig living in the house. I wasn't mad. I didn't give up on the friendship.
Good Lord.
But you don't want to be friends? All right. I guess because I made a joke 13 years. Come on, man.
So,
Cricket.
let's talk about the new studio, man.
No. Let's keep talking about. Should I just say his
I
name?
never
No.
finished the mattress thing. I got
I
it
mean,
upstairs.
if you want to fucking add some more fuel to
No.
it. Okay.
It's fine. Sorry. Keep going.
What? Oh, well.
Are you telling that you have a new mattress again? We did 10 minutes on the new mattress, Pat.
New
It's
stew.
upstairs. It's upstairs now.
And we
3
got-
people.
He's got Mr. Reynolds, who will be back on the show in a few weeks or so. He's helping
yeah.
Patrick out with the privacy fence.
Dude,
For a second, I
hooked
thought
me
you meant
up.
our high school principal, Mr. Reynolds, and I was like,
Right.
no,
fuck
you will
that dude to the
absolutely
ground.
not.
I
Yeah.
never the story we had about what would you do if you had to fight him if he threatened to beat your ass was like the last time I thought of him, like after graduation.
Yeah.
Like I immediately forgot about that dude's existence afterwards.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to be. No, he's not coming on our podcast. But Robert Reynolds is.
Yeah, Robert Reynolds, the round earth denier, if you remember that episode.
Check
Dude
it out.
is a fucking real ass motherfucker and hooked
Very
me
cool.
up with a fence. Yeah, privacy fences are like 10 grand.
But remember that
he's
satellites
hooking
are
What if you
real.
make them out of
Fuck
gold?
up.
They are, and you
No, that's
hire
how much they
shady
cost.
contractors.
But
It's fucking ridiculous.
you always have to remember though that satellites are real
They are real.
for a fact.
But yeah, he wants to come back on the show and he wants to he wants to do a lot of research on like a specific subject.
Does he know what yet?
I have no idea.
I want it to be more flat stuff.
Me too. I want that or anti-vax shit. I want to hear more about that.
You guys will be able to look forward to an episode from him sometime in June. Sometime in June. I don't know when.
Maybe in like a
June.
couple weeks.
Couple weeks.
Yeah.
It'll be
Something like
be
that.
in June somewhere.
We sort of have him booked, kind of, sort of. Like if it's dependent on another guest coming on, so we don't have an exact date for you guys, but look forward to that. We're gonna hang up his map, right? Can we
Yeah.
get that fucking
Yeah,
hung
we
up
can
in this new
definitely do
studio?
that.
Dude, we get a big banner, get this place all decked out and shit.
It's super fucking cool. I can't believe we're in like we have our own fucking room.
And the way the camera's set up now is temporary. We've got ideas.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Yeah.
picture in picture. If you guys are YouTube watchers at all in any way, improvements are a coming. So there's gonna be fucking dope multi-camera setups and shit like that. There's gonna be fucking picture in picture, so you guys can see what we're talking about in the videos. It's a matter of just changing some hardware around and whatnot. It's gonna be fucking cool, man. More Bastard Sermon merch coming any fucking
Yeah,
month
that is
now.
I'll be
coming.
having
That
a-
is definitely coming.
I'll be having a
T-shirts,
better fucking
stickers.
job here soon, so I'll be definitely trying to get those T-shirts.
Need to look into getting a website, but
Sap.
I want to talk about all this on the thing so that our listeners know what is like coming next, because we're in talks about all this stuff because people
Yeah.
ask us
It's
about
happening.
merch all the time. T-shirts are coming.
We're slow,
fucking poor.
but it's coming. Yeah.
Me and Luke are poor. Patrick has money, but he's spending it on a house.
You know what? People have been asking me, and Patrick and Cody have been asking me to set up a Patreon. If you guys think that's a good idea and you'd want to help for the merch, fucking comment on this episode in the group.
Dude, that'd be legit.
Yeah, I'm sure people will go out of their way to
Yeah.
tell us that they want to give us free money for nothing in exchange.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they
That's
do,
something that we set up and then tell them, hey, if you
If
want
You want to
donate-
spend more money?
if you donate money to our Patreon, you get to go 3 rounds with me in the ring.
3 rounds
I
with
would love
Luke
to
and we
see
can
that.
film it.
Robert
Luke-
Reynolds, please
Luke
get
is
in
going
on
to
this.
get brain damage. That's what's going to happen. And
Everyone's gonna fucking die to
If
these
you-
goddamn hands.
Didn't you take martial arts, right?
Yeah, sure.
So
we should do different.
yeah, sure.
Like we should do different tiers. Like tier 1, $1. Like you get a thank you on the show. Tier 2, $5. You get a kiss
Punch
from
Luke in the
Patrick.
face.
Yeah. Tier 4, like fucking
I'll-
$8,000.
Shove
You
a
can
stick
come on
of
the show.
butter
It
up
has to-
Cody's ass.
$8,000. I'll give you pube clippings.
You can be a guest on the episode if you give us $1,000. I don't care.
If you give us $1,000,
He'll give you his
buy it.
ginger pubes.
we'll video you in. We won't have you in the stew because you might be a maniac for giving us so much money to some fucking no-name podcast, but we'll fucking video call you in.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
who
don't
the
know.
fuck would do
Need
that?
to figure these tiers out.
Psychopaths.
And
That's
like
why
closeted the philanthropists. I
That's why
guess.
you
I don't
set
know.
that number super high, though, because like we're not letting you on our
There
fucking
was, like-
podcast.
yeah, there was
Stupid.
that,
You'll get a thank you, but you're not coming on.
We won't even acknowledge you. We would just accept it.
unless you give us $1,000. Then you can come on. Because what the fuck, man?
You know,
I'll
there's
send you a thumbs up
1,000?
on Facebook.
video
That's
games have sort of
stupid.
done that before. Have you ever? There was
do you
like the
mean?
presidential pre-order option for Saints Row the Third or
Oh
something.
my god, where you can get a fucking car or something.
It's $1 million and you get to fly like a private jet to the White House. You get a tour and everything. There was a bunch of other
Will you look
bullshit
that up?
added to it.
What comes on? Because that is very interesting.
I
Like,
think
all the
Borderlands had something too at one point.
I think it's like Call of Duty has had like fucking boats you can get or night vision goggles. Well, night vision goggles is pretty cool, but like you can get a fucking dune buggy and shit. Like I don't understand why they even do that. Do people even win that shit?
Fucking no. Nobody tries to go for that shit except for
Oh,
the
a fucking dune
psychopaths,
buggy?
and not even them win it.
Oh, a combat boat. Yeah, for sure. Look at
What
this
the fuck?
shit.
I didn't know about this.
Ludicrous $1 million Saints Row the Fourth special edition includes Lamborghini, plastic surgery, and trip to space.
What?
Yeah, it's
the
only gonna.
fuck?
It's at one price of $1 billion.
in the game?
Yeah,
Like-
look at all this shit that
No,
comes with it.
this
It
is
comes
real.
This is real. There was only one of these. Super Dangerous Wad Edition, aka the $1 million pack. This limited edition includes Saints Row 4, one of the worst games ever played. Virgin Galactic Space Flight, full-size replica dubstep gun. What the fuck that is?
Oh, it was awesome. There was a gun that shot fucking dubstep. Like, it would be like, wham, wham, and it would fucking, like, knock cars and people over. I played the shit out of this game. It was so
it
much
has
fun.
superpowers in this one.
Yeah, I would fly around and do ridiculous shit. It was a great fucking game. I loved it.
I thought
Spy
it was fucking
training?
awful.
You
Spy
thought it was
training?
awful?
It was fucking. I
It was
couldn't
so
even
much
get past the
fun.
fucking vintage level in the beginning.
Oh, dude, you get past that and it's like the funnest game ever. You get fucking superpowers.
You
and
can't
do-
quit on the tutorial.
It's stupid as shit. It's so much fun to just sit there and play. You got to go back and play this fucking
I might
game.
do that,
You should.
actually.
It's so much fun.
That sounds
I'm
like
telling
fun.
you.
So
you
you-
get superpowers.
Don't you get? Do you get the giant dildo sword?
something?
There's a giant dildo
7
sword.
nights at the top royal suite at the Burj Al Arab in Dubai.
Plastic surgery, so I can get some fake tits.
First class
Nice.
flight to Washington, D.C. and Dubai.
First
Lamborghini
Spy
Gallardo.
training. Hold on a minute.
Hostage rescue
spy
experience.
training. The fuck is spy training?
First class flights to Washington.
You get to fucking train to be a spy, and if
How
you
much
got
is
the
this?
if
a
you got the
Lamborghini
chops,
Gallardo. Wait, hold on a minute. You can't. They can't possibly for $1 million give you a Lamborghini Gallardo. Hold on,
How much are they?
because they're
Gallardo,
Gallardo. I
Gallardo.
promise.
Gallardo. That's a double L, bitch.
$98,000 on fucking on eBay. It's $100,000 used. New. It's how much the fuck does it cost?
Look up new. But either way, like, is it just like
It's
you
not
win by
even worth
chance
it.
kind of thing, or you got to put like a fucking stack down in order to get this shit?
I think it's like the first person to pay up $1 million for this mediocre game gets all of
It's
this
awful.
wild stuff that probably equivalates to $1 million.
It goes anywhere from 100,000 to 212,000. I guess you could possibly get a fucking. Wait, so this is real? They really offered this?
This is real, yeah, man.
that's totally real.
This
Limited-
isn't the only other video game that's done like retarded shit like this either.
Does it ever work?
I don't know.
Guarantee,
Look if someone won this.
I guarantee it's almost never worked.
I mean, it's hard to believe that anyone even wins the lottery. to be
Dude, Saints Row
honest.
is not good enough of a franchise for there to be some diehard out there like I'm dropping milli on it, like
I
without
was driving-
question.
Oh, Saints Row
Without
4?
question, right?
Yeah, I've been saving up.
Like
dude.
I've been dying for this day, bro.
Getting that
But
presidential pack.
The thing is, if you had $1 million to spend, you could get all the shit in that package and still have $500,000.
Anybody with $1 million to wipe their ass and throw away is not fucking with Saints Row.
Somebody has to tell you. They have a whole. Do not buy the $1 million fucking.
Because it's
Saints Row
stupid as
bundle.
fuck, dude. Because
Duh.
when you spend $1 million, it's like nowhere. It's what the whole thing is under the $1 million mark for sure.
Good fucking god.
I remember hearing there was $1 million edition a while back. Was there any reports of someone actually buying it? I searched Google but didn't find anything. You and me both.
It was a
It
joke.
was a joke. I think the guy bought it ASAP.
Wait, is it really a joke?
Is it a joke?
It can't be a joke. I thought this was real. This is totally fucking real. It's real.
Yeah. It says so was it a troll in this forum? And the other person puts, I don't think it's so much being trolled as a no one's gonna buy this situation, in that I believe if someone actually shelled out the $1 million, then they would get all the stuff included, but Volition knows no one's gonna buy it, so they tried to make the bundle as crazy as possible.
But what the fuck if someone did?
It's probably just good PR. Well, then they get $1 million.
They get all that shit. They get spy training,
They
bro.
all just high five each other and fucking suck each other's dicks for hours.
But then it's gonna be like, how do we deliver this now? Like, we didn't think
air package.
It wouldn't be that hard to get that shit. I'm sure if you added
it wouldn't be hard. So
Amazon.
Look what they're offering in this fucking stupid
hostage
edition.
rescue experience.
The fuck does
For
that
sure
mean?
that you could do that in Robert Reynolds' backyard. Put him in a ski mask. Tell me he's special forces. All right, tattoos. He's fucking huge. I believe it.
A new Toyota Prius, 1 year's insurance, a year's supercar membership.
I don't
know what the fuck that is.
Supercar membership.
I don't even know, but it sounds expensive. Plastic surgery, is that like of your choice? Like whatever you want to get done?
I think it's gonna be like a mole. You can get that mole removed that you don't like.
But what if I want a set of fat titties?
Yeah. What if I wanted to look like Ken the Barbie doll?
Ooh.
Exotic car.
Or
It's a way
person.
to rent cars.
Gay.
Okay. But I'm just saying, if you add all this fucking stupid shit up, I feel like there's no way that it's $1 million in here worth of shit. And if there is, again, you could just buy this shit. Then there's nothing on this list that you can't have if you have $1 million. Just
Saints Row
nothing.
4
Facts.
Presidential Edition.
Gotcha.
You ever seen those fucking
Gotcha.
like farming simulator games? Like it's Farming Simulator like 18 now or some
Yeah.
bullshit. Like I guess it's like $6,000. You can buy like $150 version of that game. Who the fuck's gonna do that? And then all the shit that
A
you have
real
to buy
farmer.
in there is almost like $6,000 like actual.
I could understand a simulator costing that much money if shit's supposed to be super precise. It's supposed to be like teach you how to fly an airplane. But for real, they got to have everything dead on balls correct. Everything's got to be like I could understand for a simulator, but for fucking Saints Row, the goofy game with you play the president of the United States that gets to bust caps in people's faces in a fucking fake world. Like I don't know, I don't know, it was fucking.
Hey, but if you want to play
imagine.
a farming simulator, how about you just go be a farmer?
Because it costs a dickload of money, Luke.
I feel
Do you know
like
what that
that's-
equipment costs? You don't just get loans like that from the bank with
Well,
no
then you
fucking.
don't-
You got to be kind of like born into it in a way. Like
Kinda.
there's no new farmers out there. You kind of have to be like just traditioned into it, if that's the word.
There's people that have gone about it, I'm sure, that are fucking like, I want to be a farmer and did it. Actually, I watched a documentary. It was like this. It was about this old sad dude living in Vermont that just wanted the respect of the local farmers and just wanted to grow shit and have a farm. And all of his kids left him, and his wife
Sounds
left
like a
him.
fucking loser.
Kids never come back and
then
see
he's a
him. And
full-time
he's
farmer.
drinking homemade moonshine the entire time with his fucking dog. It's a strange
Cody's
documentary.
future.
Oh, Robert Reynolds said that he's going to be bringing some. He's going to be bringing some apple pie moonshine.
Oh, that
for
sounds
us.
amazing, Robert.
I'm gonna have to get a designated driver, but this
Oh.
place feels closer. What?
Tyler Thompson just made some new mead. It looks fantastic.
With the gold top.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was talking to him actually today. He was telling me about that. That's so crazy that people go out and like make alcohol. I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a lot
He's
of
got
patience.
a knack for it. Tyler's stuff is
He's
good.
a man's man.
It tastes real good.
Yeah, I want to fucking get some of his mead off of him soon because I love Tyler's mead. Like
It was really good. Really
when
damn good.
When we did the Broke Chef, the second one or the third one, or fucking who knows when that shit's ever gonna come out? Probably never. But when we
wish.
did Broke Chef and he had all of those 4 bottles of mead, I thought it was gonna be the same quality that he had on the show. Which, no offense, it wasn't that good. It was just it's okay, drink it, and it wasn't to me that awesome because I like really sweet mead and it wasn't very sweet. But then I tried his other shit because he was like, I got strawberry now and raspberry, and I expected it to be the same thing but different flavors. I tried it and I was like, actually, this is fucking delicious. Like he got way better.
It was like
at it.
raspberry or some shit.
Yeah, he
it
started
was delicious.
strawberry, raspberry, and then just a regular mead. And I was like, this is fucking great.
His shit looks real legit, like wax sealed and all everything.
It's really cool. He's
He
got
used
like
to-
a whole little like weird thing about it. Yeah,
Dude,
it's really cool.
Do something real with that, Tyler. Come on.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
fucking
dude,
sell
get
that
into
shit.
fucking. Well, you can't just
I'll
go
give you
selling
kisses.
alcohol.
Oh, I guess that's true.
Super illegal, but
Bootleg.
Didn't even think about that.
you could figure out a way to become a distributor.
Distributor.
Yeah, I tripped over my words
Silk
pretty
Road.
hard right there.
Anyways.
Silk Road, yeah, right. I closed that bitch down forever ago. Pat, did you know about Silk Road?
I actually went to Kosai like this past summer, and there was a whole Silk Road, like exhibit, and it was really interesting.
Really?
Like,
What's
like
Kosai?
learning. Kosai is like this science museum that's up in Columbus, and they have like the dinosaur bones and science stuff and illusions and other crazy
It's
things.
a way to make science cool.
It's
for
really
the kids.
fucking
It's
crazy.
awesome.
It's super.
need to
It's an
go there.
interactive
Yeah.
museum. It's an interactive museum.
I
It's
love
fucking
shit like
awesome.
that.
It's not even that expensive to go in, but we saw dinosaur bones that were like millions and millions of years old, and like
And then there's like kids like spitting on them.
yeah, well,
No,
it's
a
all
lot of
kinds
times, a lot of times they make casts of the bones and they save the bones in the back, and then the display things that you see standing up, like I think at the Cincinnati Museum, the big T-Rex, that's not its actual bones. It's a cast. They have the bones, but they don't display them like that. Sorry, keep
Bones
going.
aren't
Oh,
even bones.
But right now they have like a fantasy exhibit where it's like all about fake or fantasy creatures, and it's just a dedication to all of that. And I think that's fucking crazy. And each exhibit's like 2-3 hours long.
That's weird for a science center to have fantasy.
I think it's
stuff
just
in it.
a celebration of like the idea of it being created or something. I don't know. I haven't been there, so I haven't seen it like that.
I love museums. Like I love
Me
going
too.
to the new exhibits and stuff like that. Like when they had the Viking shit, I went up there to the Cincinnati Museum, and I need to go up there. and do
Yeah,
fucking
I want
cool
to go to
shit.
Union Center.
I went
again.
there recently. I didn't go see the dinosaur stuff, but I saw the Egypt exhibit, and that was fucking crazy.
I missed that one, and I'm so pissed because
Is
I
it over?
loved all that shit. Oh, it's still up there?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's still there.
Really?
Someone was inviting me to go up there with them.
I
there
need to
for months.
fucking go to that thing because I loved ancient Egypt so much as a kid, and I was obsessed with
shit was
mummies.
You should
so
fucking
fucking
go.
brutal.
It's
Like,
like a
all that
3-hour
shit.
exhibit. It's crazy. And there's things that are like, something that blew my mind when I went there is that, you know, like our civilization's only been around for a couple hundred years, but Egypt has been around for thousands of years. And I was like, whoa. Like I cannot imagine all that shit happening over thousands of years. I thought it was just a period of a couple hundred years, if that. Like the whole Egyptian time.
No,
You know what I'm talking about?
not at all.
Yeah, I thought I didn't know. I blew my mind finding it was over like thousands
You
of
didn't know
years.
that?
No, I thought it was only like a span of like 100, 200 years. Like I thought it was a very short time in
Check
human
this
history.
out. So this is a Joe Rogan fact, but it's an interesting one that's quotable. So Cleopatra, who's a part of the
She was
Egyptian
one of the last
dynasty.
pharaohs.
Closer to
wasn't
the
she?
invention of the cell
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah, her time is closer to the creation of the iPhone. That distance of time from her being alive to the creation of iPhone is less time than from her to the building of the pyramids.
It's fucking crazy, and it blows my mind thinking about how they even built that shit back then. With just
Aliens.
people,
Yeah.
aliens.
I think that there was, I don't know, after I've listened to a lot of podcasts with those fucking people that think that there were civilizations that were super, super advanced, like forever in the fuck ago, and then giant cataclysms happened that they have proof of happening, that like multiple different cataclysms have happened that could have wiped out or nearly wiped out humanity to like such a small level that they would have lost everything. All the people, because can you imagine if most of civilization died? Yeah, you could keep fucking and making new people, but I don't know how the fuck to build houses. I don't know how to repair houses. I don't know how to pass that information on. What if the libraries got destroyed? Most of all the knowledge is gone. You still have some of the infrastructure, but everything around us, like there used to be that show about what would happen to Earth after so many
Humans
days,
left.
weeks, months, years, and then you just watch the Earth swallow everything back up. Everything's gone. The only thing that's left over is the shit that was built in stone.
You know, the perfect
only
example
fucking
of that is the Olmecs.
The what?
The Olmecs.
What is that?
They're the people before the Aztecs.
Mm-hmm.
Like the the Mayans, like they got their calendar from I think I could be wrong about this, but I'm pretty sure like the Mayans inherited from the Aztecs and the Aztecs inherited from the Olmecs.
Right.
Like that's how they got the calendar was passed on. And like the Olmecs, you can find traces of their like you were saying, like their civilization, but it's entirely engulfed by the forest now. It's all wrapped in trees and bush, and everything's lost.
Just gone.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to dig earth out to find it, and a lot of times it's just not. You can't get equipment out there to unearth it and figure out more shit about their civilization. And then think about it, like if most of us got destroyed, all the shit that we build is stuff that's gonna rust and it'll be gone within 100 years. Like there's nothing that'll be left unless you build it out of stone. The skyscrapers will collapse.
Or stainless steel. And stuff in space, that's going to last way longer than the shit that we have built on our
Steel
planet.
corrodes over time, even stainless steel.
Well, listen to me. If it's in space, though, there's no oxygen to really get to it to rust it. It would just stay there forever until it eventually orbited back into Earth. But that's going to be way longer than it would be for the pyramids to just eventually erode away.
Good point.
Right.
There's this whole documentary that
stuff in
I
space
watched.
would still be there. Correct.
Yeah. So anything that's up there is going to be up there forever until it hits something.
Right.
Or goes back into the atmosphere. But I watched this one documentary like years ago, and it was super awesome. I think it's called After People. I've definitely talked about this in the podcast, but it's like what happens to life if all humans just like instantly vanished, just gone. Cars still running and everything. Like cars would last.
That's what I was talking about.
That documentary was crazy. But what's wild is like the things that would happen in like nuclear plants and stuff. Like they have water that's covering like all the old rods and stuff, but that would evaporate like within, I don't know, like I'm probably wrong on the dates, but like months or some shit.
Relatively
and it would be like a
quickly.
nuclear winter. It would be like fucking crazy. Buildings would collapse in their 200 years. Plastic takes like 500 years to decompose. So that'll be one of the last things up there. Then stainless steel, and then the things in space. So, and I think it would take like almost 100,000 years or something, 10,000. I don't know, something ridiculous that's like
for
hard
everything
to
would be
imagine.
gone, but the majority of shit would be gone within 100,
sure.
200 years. Like
For
most
sure.
of that shit's just gone, and it's fucking. There's no trace left of it and shit like that. I mean, yeah, you'll have a couple things that are left, like you said, stainless steel and fucking just the shit you built out of stone and the stuff in space or whatever. But even like, if you go far enough back, it's just because you said how long for plastic?
It's 500 years.
Right, and we still have recorded text from 500 years ago. I mean, you're talking about like
I guess that's true
the
if it's preserved
1500s.
correctly.
We have shit from 900 years ago because I was just watching documentaries about, or not nine. I don't know if it's 900 or if it's like 700.
Well, we do have. I mean, we
something
do really
crazy
do have
long ago.
artifacts that are from then. But I would say if it was like, let's say,
Machu
not
Picchu?
preserved by people, like let's say that book that this text you're talking about, or just sitting out in the weather.
Oh,
you know, just dealing
I'm
with
not.
that.
I'm not
just
saying
like
I'm not
in the
saying
long
that
run
shit would
with-
survive without any human care. I'm saying that like that amount of time isn't a long period of time to just have us all be forgotten. Is what I'm saying. Like in 500 years, like if none of that shit's left except for the stuff in space that you can't see without technology that allows you to fucking see into space, which you wouldn't have if there was like hardly any fucking people around, then you would just have no record of us existing in this super advanced way. It would just all be fucking swallowed up and gone.
God, that'd be crazy.
In just a couple hundred years, everything that man has built could just be gone. And it's fucking insane. And what if that had happened a bunch of times in the past? I mean, it's likely that it has, which is nuts. To me, it's super nuts.
Isn't there theories out there, and I'm sure Robert Reynolds has plenty of theories on this, but there was like an advanced maybe not advanced, but another civilization before us, or like there's been some talk about that, like carbon dating, stating
The
that they're
reptilians.
maybe.
No,
or
he
mole
doesn't believe
people.
in carbon dating, remember?
Oh, is that what he said? Oh, yeah, that's right. We
Yeah,
fucking
Cody had to
debated
explain
that.
it to him.
Yeah, to break down how carbon dating works.
Yeah, but it's just crazy to think about maybe possible.
I don't know,
other
Robert.
civilizations.
If you don't believe in something, you should know a lot about something first, right? If you're
Yes.
gonna be like,
Yeah.
this is for sure not right, you better do your homework on it. I don't
Unless
know.
it's like something like super evident, like I don't know, a higher deity. Or like
I feel
anything
like
that.
I feel like the dude likes these sexy ideas and shit, and then like we'll go to www.imright.com and find the information from that instead of just doing unbiased research. Like you don't if you want to figure the answer to a question out, you don't go to fucking and you're already leaning a certain way. Well, that's not the way to do it. You gotta go in there unbiased. You gotta read from both sides and read the disagreements and do
Well,
fucking
when you're interested in something, you're not going
test
to read the
yourself.
stuff you're the opposite of interested in. You know, you're just going to want to study your own fucking
Those
theories.
are the worst fucking
But it's
people to
important to
talk
do that.
Yeah.
because
they're
if you're not doing
insane.
that, yeah, well, I don't know. Robert's
I'm not saying
insane.
I'm not saying like him, but I
We're
mean, there's
having this
people out
man
there.
in your house, Pat. Let's not call him crazy.
I'm not saying that. I'm just talking about people
Plus-
in general that just have stubborn opinions on
All that
things.
shit Pat was talking off the mics. I'm kidding.
Oh,
Joking,
wow.
Robert. fucking around.
Yeah, wow.
Shit in
What
the
if, you
bed.
what if you heard that and stopped building your privacy fence halfway through?
I love that dude.
That'd
Such
be
a good
comedy.
dude.
Straight
Don't
up
ruin
comedy.
don't burn that bridge too.
I'm kidding. I like Robert too. He
Bridge
seems like
burner.
A super good dude.
Bridge burner, Cody.
The BBC.
Joe will come around. Won't you, Joe?
So,
Are you listening?
Are talking about like piss test illegal and like how you cheat them?
No. Oh, I found out it wasn't because I was watching Live PD the other day.
It's not.
And the cops pull this dude over, and he's fucking shaking. This dude, I'm like, oh, whatever you think.
Does
he
this
did, for
pertain
sure
to what
he
I
did it.
asked?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
yeah, for sure does. And dude, shaking. Like he's like, oh, he's getting arrested. And they're like, what do you have in the car? And he was like, I'm gonna handcuff you because you're really fidgety. And he was like, I'm just fucking nervous. And he's at a medical facility, right, where they test piss. And he was like, you have anything in the car, like any illicit drugs? And he was like, I've got, he was like, just tell me. He was like, I need you to be real honest with me. I don't want to get the dogs out here and shit like that. He was like, there's a jar of piss in the back seat. And it was like, piss? He was like, oh, for faking a drug test or whatever? And he was like, yeah, that's what it's for. Because he was at a medical facility to try to get a different job. And he's like, all right. He gets in there and sees the bottle and he's holding it up in the air. And he's like, yep, it's urine. And he sets it on the ground. Has the dog do a fucking run around on the car. Didn't find anything.
Yeah, you
So
can't
then-
charge him on anything.
So the dude was like, okay, cool. You're free to go. And here's your piss back. Like,
Here's your piss.
because,
back.
and the cop even said as
What's
he
he
walked
gonna do?
away,
Follow him?
no. Listen, he was like, it's not any of my business if he cheats that test. He was like, that's between him and that facility. Like, he was like, it's not illegal to try to cheat on those tests. He was like, nothing I could do about that.
Sounds like a cop that doesn't hate weed.
Yeah, for sure. And why would he? But no, he was right. He was like, what the fuck? If he gets caught by his job lying or
They can't report him to the police.
no, his job lying or the doctor's office catches him exchanging piss, then they could be like, fuck you failed the test, and then fucking you don't get the job. But it's not illegal to try to cheat that test. You know what I mean? Like,
So
you can
Yeah,
tell your
just
story
kick
is
you
what I'm
out.
trying to say.
I fucking was stressing about going between this job that I currently have and the next, and I wasn't smoking and I was stressing, and Patrick came up with the idea to use some quick fix, and of course I took that opportunity to use some quick fix, and it did not go well. This it went perfectly fine, but the experience was troublesome.
It's incredibly sketchy.
So like, this is my first time trying to sneak in quick fix to cheat a
Tell him
test.
how Quick Fix works.
Okay, so it's like it's a small little bottle and it's got a cap on it, and you have to crack the cap a little, put it in a microwave, and then microwave it for 10 seconds. And then there's
too
a
much.
there's a
You don't
temperature.
want rancid piss smell.
you don't want to melt the bottle.
There's a There's a
Piss
temperature
bottle.
there's a temperature dot thing on the bottom to let you know like where it's at heat wise. It gives you a fucking hand warmer and a rubber band to strap it to the bottle to keep it warm after. And
Tuck this bad boy right under your nutsack.
yeah, so like
what you got to do.
so
right in the grundle area.
So I'm watching, yeah, basically to sneak it in, right? So I watched this video on how to use it, basically, to like get a nice rundown. And it's like, don't forget the other cap. It supplies with 2 extra caps, and it's for so you can bend out the straw and squeeze it, and then it has a normal piss sound when you go to take the test. And I put
You
that
shake it?
I put that lid on, you know. I microwave it. I have the hand warmer out already. I just tie it to it. I have shorts on, okay, that I droop down to like the middle of my thighs.
You fool.
That was foolish. What if it would have fell out of your pocket or your pants?
Well,
Hold on.
the shorts are reversible, and I folded them so the pockets were inside. Then I tucked it into the pocket. Then I drooped the shorts down to the middle of my thigh, turned it sideways, and then cupped the pocket up in between my gooch.
I see what you're
I'm
saying.
trying to picture you
Yeah.
like walking with these droopy ass shorts. Did you also have like a
It
backward
worked. It
ass
worked
hat on?
fine. No,
Listen.
I put on my work pants, and it looked all
Oh,
legit.
okay.
It was super cool, and I go in there. But what I realized is like the travel. Okay, I have the piss lid on. it's on. It was microwaved. Okay, I tuck it into my fucking pocket. And then I put on my work pants. I get to the fucking place and I realize like the pressure and the angle it's at, it's slowly dripping. So like I have like
oh no,
I have like you pissing yourself, bro.
I was wearing all black work pants. Thank
you lucked out.
God. And I had the sheet of paper from the work telling me like where to go and everything. So I'm like holding it in front of that spot and everything. Like I could feel it. You can barely see it. If you were to like really pay attention at my crotch, you would probably tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just got fake piss just slowly dripping on myself, the shorts, pants, underwear.
Were you afraid
everything.
you were gonna waste all your fake piss?
Yeah, I was stressing, and because like the liquid got on the fucking heating pad, I couldn't feel the fucking heating pad anymore. And I'm like, this is going south so fucking fast, bro.
Were you about to cry? Were you like seconds
I was in
from
there
tears?
Shaking like.
Were you sweating a lot?
Fuck,
Like, oh, I'm fine.
Works. Yeah, like I was just gonna go with it, and if they found out, I was just gonna leave. Like, oh, you got me.
Well,
you know.
Oh well.
Yeah. So thankfully, it's run by a bunch of old ladies, and all they had me do was show them what was in like my pockets: cell phone, wallet, keys, and then she was like, "All right, that's cool." And I just tuck it back in. I go into the bathroom. I pull out the bottle. Bottle is like, it's at half. At this point, like it's like I've wasted a lot in this travel. Yeah. And she's like, you got to be here. And I pour out everything I fucking have into this, right? Like I'm dumping the whole bottle. I take the lid off at the end to get the last bit out. And I fucking quietly tuck that shit back into my pocket.
Were you just at the line?
I was like underneath it by a pinch. And I'm like, I just barely, like, I don't know if there's enough. And she was like, nah, it's fine. It's whatever. And I was like, oh, yes. It paid off, and I'm still soaked. Like I can feel it all on my thigh.
Like it too.
God.
No, you can't smell it. Like I took the cap off to see if it would smell like actual piss. It doesn't smell like anything.
I remember it smelling like pee.
It says contains real urea or whatever. Like I don't know if that's what gives the
urea
smell.
is what gives it the piss smell.
I did not smell it though.
Okay, well.
But
I'm
yeah,
glad
man,
it worked though. So
yeah,
you passed and you got the job.
I don't know if I passed.
Like that
yet.
stuff never tests for piss. It just tests for the drugs because it's expensive to do the tests.
I think I had one friend tell me who used Quick Fix say that they got back in a result that they had a yeast infection.
From Quick Fix?
Yeah, from the shit that was in Quick Fix. They were like, well, you passed, but it seems you have a yeast infection. He's like, oh, shit, really?
Oh, I better get that taken care of.
Blaze as fuck as they're telling you. Just barely your eyes open. Oh, dude, fuck.
Sick.
Oh, wait, I'm sick.
I can make bread in my pee hole. What?
Oh, my God.
You're great.
It was a scary moment to have cold, fake urine slowly dripping on your thigh.
They test the temperature of the piss, though.
She was fine.
Yeah?
She dumped it into 2 little separate
it's like
capsules.
Immediate,
yeah, put doctor thing on. She said, sign, had me sign some papers. She was like, you're good to go, bye. So
Okay.
Sick, dope.
Weren't you tempted to be like, did I pass?
Well, yeah,
Like, you
because
shouldn't say that.
I've
You shouldn't
taken
ask.
like most of my piss
I
tests.
did.
I've gone to like Quest Diagnostics, and Quest Diagnostics will take the bottle, dip a stick in, and be like, "You're cool," and like right away it's done. But this test was like, no, it'll be like a week before we get the results back to your employer.
Well, you'll be fine.
Oh, I hope so. Quick Fix.
You might have a yeast
sponsor
infection.
the show if any representatives of Quick Fix listening.
When I went to
you,
when I went to get a job at Dollar General,
They did a drug test?
Oh yeah.
For Dollar General?
Fucking pieces of shit, right? I know. I'm like, what?
Fuck Dollar General
Work at
of
this
all places?
garbage job that I don't want. What? Okay, but yeah. So they make you take a nice piss test, and then I just didn't smoke for a week. Fuck it, I'll see what happens. The last day was chugging pickle juice and fucking Gatorades, and
fucking nasty.
I went in there with a friend and did the test. I did the real pee, just pee in the thing and fucking get drug tested. And I get out there, and as soon as the test's over, they were like, okay, you can go now. And I was like, did I pass? And they just looked at me like they never get that question. I was like,
what do you mean? What do you mean, did you pass?
yeah, did I pass? I want to know if I got the job. And he was like, yeah, you passed. And I was like, yes! Like right in his face. And I came out to the lobby and friend was there.
Yeah.
And I was like, I fucking passed. And then high-fived my friend like Homer Simpson. Woohoo!
And then he's cupping his bottle of fake piss in between his legs.
He's like, oh, I can't go too high. High five too hard.
Bring it down to the mid-5, bud.
That's so funny.
So no, that's real though. I did that, and they still didn't tell my employer because I don't think they give that much of a fuck.
No,
I was gonna go all.
Why would they care?
They don't have any reason to.
Are they the police?
I was gonna go all natural, but the both of you talked me into it.
Yeah, my brother did it. Allegedly, my brother did it. I don't know if you like me saying that. Oh shit,
It's not illegal. I guess.
Oh yeah, we should. Are we gonna do a follow up with him?
Should we try to call him?
I mean, I'm down if you are.
Let's call him.
A few weeks ago when Avengers Endgame came out, I waited for
the game.
No, I waited
movie.
I waited the 2 weeks that Marvel had asked before spoilers were talked about, and then I fucking made a post talking about the Hulk, and Cody's brother was not very happy about it.
Oh, he fucking hated you.
He sent both me and Cody a personalized message filled with upset, rage, and anger. I don't know.
I mean, the dude does work a lot, and if someone spoiled something like that for me, I'd probably punch him right in the face.
But you see, this is my thing. 1, I don't care. 2, I waited the 2-week mark that Marvel asked. And 3, this movie has been building up for over 10 years. If you really wanted to see it, you would have seen it within those 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, that's like saying like you did something obviously stupid.
Yeah, like
and
am I supposed
to
just?
It wouldn't happen if you did it this way.
Am I supposed to just keep my mouth shut about Endgame until like everyone ever finally sees it?
You're supposed to see it and then never talk about it.
No, you can fucking shut your cocksucker. I'm going to talk about the movie I want to.
Are we about to call his ass?
I'm texting him to see if he can talk because I know he's at work right now because he works the thirds. But he told me the other day that he could walk outside, but he said he's at work right now. So I'm seeing if he can walk outside to do this.
What would he answer?
He said, I can't right now. I'm kind of behind.
Well,
Fuck.
Fucking speaking
Boner
of spoilers, if he doesn't answer, let's talk about the bullshit GOT pulled.
All right. We can talk about the ending. So spoilers
Spoiler
from this
alert for
point
Game
on.
of Thrones finale from this point on.
So how'd you feel about them stabbing that bitch in the heart?
I saw it coming.
Right into the middle
I
of
mean,
it.
it was absolutely predictable, but I was totally cool with it all. I love Game of Thrones, and it was a fucking badass 10-hour movie I watched that last season.
To be honest, though, when I first heard that like gush noise of the stab, I was like,
I didn't
Did
know
she
if it was
stab
her.
him?
Yeah,
That's
I
what
thought that
too.
I was
Like,
like,
hold
no, Danny.
And the whole time I was like waiting for I was waiting for an M. Night Shyamalan twist where Arya's behind her or fucking like
because she was
Grey
like
Worm's
ghost
behind
following
him or something. I was expecting
that would
something.
have been nuts.
And it didn't happen, which I was okay with. And the dragon not killing him immediately because he's a Targaryen. That made sense. I get why they wouldn't have killed him.
Well, someone put a deep spin on it in an article I read today that it was Drogon being an MVP for realizing that Jon wasn't the one who killed Dany, but the Iron Throne.
I mean, it's kind of true. I mean, that's the whole reason like she even did everything she did.
But that makes it even funnier for me. Like looking back at it is because she worked all of that time to get to that throne. She finally makes it to that throne room. She's about to sit down, doesn't. Walks 10 feet away and gets stabbed, like just within reach of taking her seat. She never got to fucking enjoy that throne for a second.
So I'm curious, like, he obviously turned himself in. I feel like I'm trying to think of him trying to get out of that. Like, oh yeah, like Dany, the dragon landed on her, and that's why there was a blood splatter on the ground, and Drogon flew off. The body was still stuck.
And then they would have fucking speared you like 8 times on the spot.
Yeah.
Why didn't they kill him?
I don't know, dude.
That's so stupid. That was something I was like, why would the Unsullied not kill him? And then why would they let Tyrion decide the new fucking king?
That's what I was thinking the whole time. I was like, what's happening? How is the Unsullied not just like fucking running shit now? Like,
yeah, they should be.
Grey Worm was super loyal to her. She made him the commander of war or whatever. And then fucking, you're telling me that he found out that the dragon's fucking gone, that Daenerys is dead, Jon for sure killed her, the Iron Throne's been melted by the dragon. The dude would have speared Jon Snow to death. Like, I don't understand.
Especially after all that
Didn't
shit
make
they
any
just went
fucking
through
sense.
in King's Landing.
And then why would the Unsullied, who know nothing of the laws of Westeros at all, because they're not from that area,
why would they care?
From a completely different continent, why would they then assemble this council? How would the council find the fuck out about it? how would any of this shit play out this way? They left you without knowing any of that shit.
Well,
So
you
true.
saw that there was a clear time skip because
For
he
sure, it was
was dirtier,
weeks
his
later.
beard was longer, and
Well, they
so John
mentioned
had
it.
one too. Well, yeah,
Tyrion
obviously,
said, "I've had
so.
nothing to do for these
So
last few
if
weeks."
George R.R. Martin ever decides to become an author again, he might be able to fill in those blanks when he finally finishes the books.
It
If
won't
he ever
happen.
fucking does
It
that.
won't. He's working on a video game now.
He's a piece of shit.
Is he not writing the book? Is that what people are pissed about?
Well, he
It's
probably won't.
been years since the last
couldn't
book.
that just mean that he's taking his sweet time to write you the best book you've ever read?
No,
No, it's
because
not
there was
happening.
like a weird interview between him and Stephen King, and he like asks him like point blank, like, how do you write so fast? Like, he's not writing fast. He knows his material and his quality, and he wants to write, so he does.
You're talking about Stephen King?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he forces himself to write an hour a day or
Okay,
something like
so
that.
fucking
yeah.
get on his level,
That's what-
JRRM.
Yeah,
Like,
what the fuck
fuck's
are
going
you
on?
doing, bro?
I
You're
just call him-
taking too long.
I don't think he probably just doesn't enjoy writing anymore. Like that. He doesn't want to
Probably.
write books anymore. Like why
And he
write
could fail
why
everyone.
spend all this time secluded in my home writing books when I could be a huge celebrity and just fucking be in everything like video games and Game
He's
of Thrones
been-
TV show.
But he's been writing for fucking ever. He like just now got famous, right? Like this famous.
Oh,
like,
so that ruins the writing process, is fame?
for sure,
Nah,
yeah.
I wouldn't say that for
fame
every
in your
author.
lifetime. Yeah, for sure would. Can you
Yeah.
imagine if like you had to dedicate like time and energy because you loved it, and then it just super fucking paid off, and you're late in life, and finally
Why would you
starting
give
to
a fuck?
get a little something ahead, and you're just like, I'm gonna fucking, now that I've got some extra cash in my pockets for all this shit, like now I
So,
can
Why would I
start
want to
doing the
sit
things
around
I
and
want.
write a
this out.
fucking
So check
1,000-page
this out.
Why
book?
would you wanna do
check
that? I'm
this
not
out.
mad at that
And
fat
that's
fuck.
redundant as fuck. Okay, so he's an author who writes this book series. The book series is good. It's the only reason he ever got that series was because of the fans and the material. He got that TV show because of the readers and the buyers. There's no, like, if he were to do that, he'd be like the easiest, biggest piece of shit sellout on the face of the earth.
Who cares? He told the people making the show about his books how it ends, so you get the ending.
Yeah, but I mean, even in the show when it was still
It's not
following the
like-
books, it killed off people in different ways, or people early, or some people were still left alive, but they were dead in the show. So yeah, it may have the still ending, but there's going to be a lot of things that are different in the book, I'm sure, if he doesn't
There always
even
is,
change it.
right?
Yeah.
But my thing is with the finale was it was a good episode, but it was not a good finale to a series.
No.
It
felt like it keep going.
Yeah, it felt like the end to a season, and that there was more coming because there's
sure.
so much unanswered. Like Arya left, that there was that John didn't join the Black. He left with the
He
wildlings.
went beyond
I
the
mean,
wall.
why
And
would
then
he want to go with his
not
fucking
just-
life sentence if the fucking
like,
Insulted
suck-
just
he
left?
was fine with being at the wall before. I mean, now it was just like, hey, you got to be there now again. You know.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
It was
not just that. There's like the Nymeria, like that wolf with her pack. Like, come on, like you gotta do something with that there. Drogon, where did he fly off with the body?
Ate the body.
Probably not. But I want to know shit like that. You know,
I'm sure.
there's
want
a
everything
bunch
to
of
keep
loose
going.
ends.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily want it to keep going. Just if you're gonna give me a finale, like make it a finale.
They
Don't make it a
should've-
season ending.
You know, it pissed me off when they did two straight episodes of just fucking blah, 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 blah. Oh, it's so good to see you. Oh, it's so good to
Introductions
see
and
you.
goodbyes.
And somebody at work was like, that's what Game of Thrones is all about, is the exposition. And I was like, and the fucking dragons and the undead army that's coming to motherfuck them. I don't need 2 episodes of them hugging and kissing and having parties and sing-song and dancing. I need more of that. There's only 6 episodes. These motherfuckers tried to rush it to get to Star
Yeah.
Wars, I feel like.
Yeah.
The
Probably.
third episode, you're like, they're going to fucking kill most of them. Most of our main characters that we love are going to die.
And then
Who would they
everyone
kill?
left.
They kill a little girl.
Yep.
Cool. And then the whole
Jorah,
point.
who was a fucking miserable sack anyway.
Jorah and the dude who died all of the time
Yeah.
finally died.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
finally he dies that I didn't care about, that I didn't know the name
It's
of.
like fucking Loki dying in Avengers. Oh, I don't give a fuck. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
but
You're already
never
dead.
understood that character. I never understood
Yeah,
him
for,
coming back.
for the White Walkers to be such like the main threat for the whole show since episode 1, and then for them to be off in one episode
Murked
and
him
to
like that.
not
And
even
to never be
and
talked
to-
about
yeah,
again.
Yeah, or to not even kill a large amount of the cast. Like the Red Wedding was amazing because it murked like 10 main characters that were crucial to the story and everything, and it shocked you. That's what I was expecting out of this
Me
war.
too. And then they kill fucking
and then they were
one.
like, it's the heroes.
Well,
and the
they
dead were zero threat.
They killed Dickless Theon Greyjoy that I never gave a fuck about after he fucking went back and tried to imprison all of fucking Winterfell. I was happy when he got his dick cut off. I was happy when he fucking...
It's like, you deserve that.
I was like, you're a piece of shit. They should have killed him earlier. They should have killed him so much earlier. I hated that his character story kept going for no fucking reason at all. I don't give a fuck about his redemption. Fuck him. Fuck him 100%.
He killed John Wick's dog.
Yeah.
That actor.
That was him.
That was him.
Damn.
Really?
He killed John Wick's dog.
Man, he has everything fucking coming to him.
Yeah, that dude's just a piece of shit in general.
I'm happy for the actor that he got to get paid to be on Game of Thrones for fucking forever. Cool, man, but like your character sucked. That character sucked dick. I didn't care about him at all.
I wonder what that's like to
else did they kill?
Play a character that no one fucking likes. Like the guy that played Joffrey, he's quit acting over his role because people hated him so much. And I'm like, I don't blame him. He did a really good job of me hating him.
For a long while, I'm pretty sure the same dude who was playing Draco Malfoy in Harry Potter was getting the same heat.
I think so too. Yeah.
And then what the fuck happened the 4th episode of Game of Thrones? What happened after the White Walker defeat? They get their shit together and then
go
they
down
fucking
to the south.
Brienne gets fucking dick down.
Yeah, and then Jaime leaves, and I didn't give a fuck about that at all. I feel like why didn't she?
That was another unfulfilling ass.
Why didn't she let Tormund fuck her or whatever the fuck?
Tormund should have been the one to fucking lay that pipe down.
I didn't need the gross sex scene with Brienne of Tarth and Jaime Lannister
looking manly as hell.
One arm cripple and the fucking big giant tall bitch that looks like a dude. No thanks. No thanks. Not even if you don't show me her naked just from the back. No thanks.
All scenes like that could have been filled with dialogue that like helped push the story.
Instead, you did lip service to the fans with a fucking sex scene. They had a party. Oh boy, they had a party. They got
really lazy.
Nice party.
They got lazy. Like
cocksuckers left a cup in the scene
and the water bottle in the finale.
And then Jamie's
they got
hand was
lazy.
There was one where Jamie's hand was not gold when he was hugging Cersei.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
And I get how they could have done it. What with 2 years and $100 million? How much did you spend? They spent like
$1 billion. It was
they
like
spent
$1
like
billion.
$100 million an episode, and you cunts couldn't make sure that you got everything fucking right. 2 episodes of talking. Let's do 10 fucking episodes if you're gonna fucking do 2 full episodes of talking and fucking a whole party is.
How did that happen? How did this happen?
I had no issue. Well, like my thing was, I was originally defending them at the beginning of the season. Like it's 6 episodes, you know, like they're doing what they can. And then I found out that D&D, like both of the dudes that are running it, like told HBO like 6 episodes is all we're gonna need.
No, we'll give you 10. No. 10's crazy for the greatest show of all time that's gone on for fucking 7 seasons. 10. You cocksuckers. There's not 10 seasons. There's 8 seasons.
This is season 8, but it's been out for 10 years.
Yeah, there's been some time in between. But give them fucking 10 episodes. You could have done this in 2 seasons. Game of Thrones fans would have waited. We don't need the finale right now. I want to keep watching Game of Thrones. I don't want it to be fucking over. Don't rush the end, you fucking fucks. That pissed me off.
Don't cry about it, bud.
It made me upset because it was... I invested a lot of fucking time in this show. I mean, if you think about it, it's 800 hours of my time I've spent watching this fucking show.
And then the last season was just one long, boring red wedding.
Yeah, and it wasn't even a red wedding because the red wedding shocked you.
It was just a big battle.
And then who did she kill besides civilians that you don't care about at the end? Yeah, it was cool. Cinematically, episode 5 was dope. I mean, I loved watching the dragon fuck shit up. I always loved that. I loved it when they did it at Slaver's Bay and Marin when they're destroying ships and fucking lighting that town on fire. It was fantastic. My dick will never not get hard for the dragons destroying shit. Her riding around saying Dracarys, shit's falling, exploding. But what actually fucking happened in that show? Who'd you kill? You didn't do any Game of Thrones deaths. So you killed Cersei that everybody knew was going to die. You killed Jaime who everybody knew was going to die.
I wanted fucking retribution for Cersei. I wanted her like decapitated and then like her head was paraded.
I wanted them
something.
to Ramsay style slowly peel her skin off every finger. Start with the fingers, work your way to the toes. Fucking
fuck her up like the dude in Libya, like how the civilians fucked him up.
Stab that dude to death with a screwdriver in her asshole. Something like that.
Like just the mob ruins her to death.
No, she gets a sweet ending. Dude, you fucking raised the most ruthless, savage cunt of a king that you could ever raise, and you supported him like you'd done horrible shit after fucking horrible thing, just every decision to just be a tyrant, Hitler-esque leader, and then you get this sweet ending with your brother where rocks fall on you, and then you get to die in the arms of your lover. Fuck you.
Yep.
How about
Fuck you. I don't care if George R.R. Martin told him that was how it ends. I'd have been like, fuck you. You're ruining your own shit. I'll fix it for you. I got full creative control. And I'm going to fix this shit. Bran's the king? No. Bran should have died in the fucking the White Walker battle.
I never
for sure.
I never understood why he was picked and why he was like, why else would I come all this way? Like he obviously knew he was king. He was saying that the whole time, and then at the end he said, "Well, I did." Yeah, exactly. Like, hold on, I thought you were supposed to be an omnipotent, like outside individual that was there for guidance and to not.
And who was fucking Bran? Really, what's the third-eyed raven? How did that character pan out in any way?
Bran as a character was wiped away in season 7 after he was possessed. At that point on, he was a boring, like monotone character.
Yeah, no, he was always boring, even when he was fucking Bran.
Well,
I hated him.
Well,
I hated when they went north of the wall. I hated when he met the third-eyed raven. I thought that it was taking away from shit that I cared about that was happening in the show.
I kind of liked it because I had the Giver vibe, where it was like he has these powers and he doesn't know how to understand them. But then there's like this weird wisdom dude that can show him visions.
But what the fuck did his powers end up doing?
Exactly. Like I thought there was going to be something sweet, but then it came to nothing. Yeah, the wargs never paid off. He never warged a dragon. That was something I wanted to see.
And
also bragging.
And when he was at the episode 3, when he's like, I have to go now, and then he's in the Ravens, I thought some help was something was happening.
What the fuck did he do?
There was gonna be payoff for it. Why did you fucking warg away for a minute to go stare? Look,
he was watching.
Now
Avengers.
I know where he's at. I won't relay this information to anyone. I won't tell anybody that could possibly help where he's at. I'm just gonna follow him with some birds for a while. Oh, there's the Night King. Look, I'm gonna keep looking at him. Oh, he can see him. He's in the eyes of the Ravens, and then. Nothing, and then fucking he's just sitting there, and then fucking
Yo, good on Theo, die for me.
And then fucking the Night King comes up, the dopest song of all time is playing. I'm expecting amazingness to happen. Fucking Arya just kills him. And I'm like, hold on, wait, what happened? You're telling me all that build up and all that setup just for it to end just like that with no fucking idea of why the White Walkers were what his plan was, thoughts in his head, the lore, what happens with the babies when you turn them into White Walkers?
How the army never saw the fucking Arya come up on him in the first place?
Yeah, how did she get there? What happened in the in-between? I'd be fine with it if they set it up like, yeah, she wore a White Walker face. Nothing, no setup, no nothing. It's like what they've done so well for 7 other fucking seasons. They just dropped the ball as hard as they possibly could, trying to wrap this bitch up. And it was like, you guys, it's not even like I'm mad at you for doing Game of Thrones shit where characters die and then you're mad because that was your favorite character. I would have been fine if that would have happened way more, and like they killed off characters with unsatisfying endings if it just made more fucking sense, or some of the decisions that they made if they set it up more. But they didn't set this shit up at all. They just throw it in your face like every other show on TV does. And I'm like, this is what separated Game of Thrones and made it the best show on TV, is that you didn't do this shit. And now you're wrapping the whole show up with it. You're wrapping the whole fucking show up with it.
And they fucking wipe their ass with the whole faceless man stick.
Completely
that
dropped.
Whole storyline, Like something was gonna come out of Arya learning that.
I wish.
No.
Because we all know is like as soon as Arya killed the Night King, like the show immediately went right downhill with like, everything else. Yeah. But what should have happened is that the Night King should have killed Bran, should have made it all the way down to fucking Cersei and like killed her ass hardcore or some shit, and then Jon defeats the Night King there or something. That's how it should have been. Something crazy. I don't know.
The 2 episodes of talking in the beginning should have never happened. The battle should have been prompted at the end of 1, episode 2, all battle, 3, all battle, 4, wrap it up on the way to Kings, and then 5, Kings, 6, you get some more character depth. People are starting to get their comeuppance, Cersei and whatnot, and you keep it up until 10, and you can finally give the full service to each and individual character and story thread that you had started to completion. But nah.
Did you feel like they were dragging ass on certain scenes? Where
yes.
It's like,
like Tyrion putting the chairs up against the fucking table in the last episode. Like,
why is this here?
You telling me that you can't put time to pet Ghost in that one episode? I mean, they eventually brought it back, but that was probably reused footage or some shit. But then they have like all this footage to like have Tyrion fucking tuck in chairs.
Yeah.
So fucking dumb.
There
shit
was
was
just
ridiculous.
unnecessary fucking scene after unnecessary scene. I would have been fine with it if you had 10 episodes or maybe you did it in 2 seasons. But you were like, we can do it in 6.
Yeah.
And give us a satisfying ending, and only 3 of those episodes are half an hour longer. Ooh, so you gave us 7.5 episodes instead of a full 10, which HBO offered them. I'm like, you motherfuckers. Like, this was supposed to be the greatest ending of all time, and it just, like, you just dropped the fucking ball as hard as you could, and it pissed me off. I mean, I was all right with it as far as, like, another
I enjoyed
arc,
it either way.
but not as the finale of Game of Thrones.
It's not like the Game of Thrones ending I expected, but it was still fucking
It was.
awesome.
It's not.
Still awesome.
It's
to
not
watch.
even really an ending. It was just a good episode.
So now we know that the new trilogy of Star Wars that the D&D is bringing, the first 2 movies will be really good, and then the last one will be hot garbage.
Trash. And they'll ruin it and then fucking spit in your face.
I mean, they couldn't be any worse than what the recent episodes that Star Wars has been putting out has been. They're all fucking hot garbage.
Yeah.
Right.
But let's fucking wrap this episode up with a taste of disappointment, like we are in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, man. That, I don't know. It's upsetting. But we still haven't done our ad read. This show, as always, is sponsored by
Kneel to No One.
Or Anthony Tank Mansfield. That's a KNEELTONONEKTNO. On Instagram, on Facebook. Check him out. He's got these dope-ass glasses that they're holding up for the camera right now. Samurai Sifter 16-ounce glasses. These fucking Hop Thulu glasses. Dope enamel pens. T-shirts.
We got a
should hang a
sticker around
t-shirt
here
up.
somewhere.
He's got custom art. He's a
should.
great dude. He's been on multiple times. Check out his episodes and fucking buy his shit. Support his cause. Fucking go.
Yeah, we had Woody Corsini Jr. fucking buy some shit, and he loves it.
Yeah, man.
I love
using
these
that
glasses, though.
They're
Seriously.
fantastic.
I'm too scared that I'm going to break them, so I try not to use them until Tuesday night only.
I get scared about that too. I wish that I had one of these in my house because I love these fucking things. My drunk ass would for sure drive it and
You'd
break it.
You'd fall asleep in
And then
bed.
roll over it,
Yeah.
and then
I
wake
have-
up with a
It'd
shredded
be-
belly full of glass.
Yeah, from the crater. The crater of glass.
Glass crater.
But
Can't
anyways, that was a good episode this week, folks.
Absolutely. Next week, we're back on a normal schedule.
There
we'll
should
be
be
having a guest who is next week.
It's probably John Hayes if he doesn't. If some unforeseen circumstances don't happen, then we're gonna have comedian / lead singer. I don't know if he's a guitarist also or not of Flesh Mother, and he's a comedian. I think friends with Rand Barnacle, got him started in comedy. Check that shit out if you like the Rand Barnacle episode. I'm sure this will be another fucking fun one. If you
Be a
like
good
Flesh Mother, tune the fuck in. We'll be able to talk to him. If you guys have questions, send them to us. All right, that's a podcast.
Have a good one, folks.
Later, bitches.